Greetings from Journey with Us. Today, what I want to share with you is Psalm 131. It's a Psalm of David. It's a Psalm which I have memorized and which I recall to mind almost every day. It's a Psalm which has given me great comfort and has taught me how to face days which are dark, days which are hard, days where hope seems to fade and everything seems to be going wrong. And it is at such times that I recall this psalm to my mind. The psalm goes this way. Psalm 131. It says, Lord, my heart is not lifted up. My eyes are not lifted too high. I do not occupy myself with things too great and too marvelous for me. But I have calmed and quieted my soul within me. Like a weaned child on its mother is my soul within me. Listen, O Israel. Hope in the Lord, now and forevermore. Short 3 verses, but powerful psalm. David begins by acknowledging that his heart is not lifted up. What it means is he's saying, I am not proud. The opposite of proud is humble. What he basically says is that I am a dependent person. I am dependent on you, O God. The proud person says, I am independent. The proud person says, I do not need anyone. The proud person says, I can live my life. But the humble person says, I need God. I need the other. I cannot do it on my own. So with that confession follows another confession, is that my eyes are not lifted too high. So what David is saying is that I am not haughty. My eyes are not lifted high to look down on others. So what he is saying is I don't look down on people. He is confessing to the fact it is not only that I need God, I am dependent, I am just like everyone. I am no better. I need God's mercy just like the person, my next door neighbor. I need God's forgiveness just like everyone. I need God's grace. I need God's mercy. I need God's sun to shine on me as it shines on others. I need the good rain that God gives on me and on others. I need God. And I am no different from anyone to look down on anyone. It's not only that my heart is not lifted up, my eyes are not lifted too high. I do not look down on people. Actually, I look up and ask for mercy. And then he goes on to say something more. Basically, he acknowledges that he is not God. When he says, I do not occupy myself or concern myself with things too great and too marvelous for me. I have no control over anybody's life, leave alone my life. I do not know what's going to happen to me tomorrow. If I don't know about my own life, what's going to happen tomorrow, how can I talk about my children's life, my daughter or my son's life? I do not know how my relationships are going to work out tomorrow. I have no control over the future. I cannot do anything about the past. I am locked in the here and now. All what I have is the present, and that too is a gift. There is no point in worrying about tomorrow. These are too great and too marvelous for me. It's beyond my comprehension. It's beyond my understanding. It's beyond my control. And these belong to God. I am not foolish to think I can control or understand or predict any of these things. But what does He do? He chooses to do something. He chooses to calm and quiet His soul. Like a weaned child on his mother is my soul within me. A weaned child is a child who is satisfied, who is fed, whose hunger is satisfied, who is happy, who is securely sleeping in that comfort, in the warmth of his mother, knowing that he is or she is protected, taken care of. That weaned child doesn't have any cares or worries because his or her needs are met and they are satisfied. So David is telling, I have taught myself to calm and quiet my spirit, my soul when it's troubled. And I do that like a weaned child is on its mother. And how does he do it? He tells in the last verse, listen, O Israel, hope in the Lord, trust in the Lord, now, in the here and now, and forevermore. That's the secret of calming and quieting our souls, trusting in the Lord. Who can trust the Lord? It's the humble. Who can trust the Lord? It is the one who acknowledges that we are all in need of God's grace and mercy. We all need God. It is such who can truly enjoy the rest and peace that God gives when we choose, when we learn to trust in God. A God who is good, a God who is kind, a God who cares for us. I pray this psalm will be your psalm, a psalm which will strengthen you and encourage you in the days to come. Wishing you once again a very happy and blessed New Year with all of God's richest blessing for today and for the days to come. May God bless you and have a wonderful day.